Welcome back to the Under 450k YouTube channel, and I have a video for you. It's slightly different to what I normally do, which is suburb breakdowns and analysis of different locations, etc. I have a different video, and it's actually how to pick the right buyer's agent. And that may seem counterintuitive for the channel that I created because I'm all about sort of doing it yourself, using analysis, etc. But I know that there are a portion of people who do not have the time to invest in it, that may be cash rich and time poor, that will need to use a buyer's agent service to actually purchase an investment property. And that's absolutely fine. But I really do believe that there are very good buyer's agents and there are very, very, very bad buyer's agents. And it's more about the ratio of 20 good, 80% bad. So what I wanted to do is actually help people pick the right BA. Now, some of these points may be obvious, some of these may be not, but it's to really help someone who's looking for a buyer's agent who has no experience in the real estate industry. This video will surely help them. So make sure you watch to the end of the video to understand every single point I am making. Now, just before I get into that video, I do also have a free newsletter which I go through every single week, a different suburb breaking down the economy, the location, the diversity, etc. Right? It's completely free and it will help you even if you use a buyer's agent. You can search up the suburb that you're looking for and you can find information on it. I also do have a paid community with over 58 members currently within the community, with plenty of resources, analysis, exclusive content, etc. And I also have people within the community who actually use a buyer's agent, and I've helped them actually avoid bad property deals. So if you want that second piece of advice, you can reach out to me in the private community. But let's get back into the video. So the question is, how do you pick the right buyer's agent? And there are a couple of sections, and the first, one of the most important ones, is to actually check the experience and specialization. You need to see if they have a track record. How many properties have they purchased for clients and what are their investment outcomes? Now, I know a lot of BAs have their case studies online. They say they bought this property for X yield, X profit in X amount of time. That's all well and good, but you need to ask them specific questions about where they've bought these properties, why they bought them, how many of these properties did you buy in that area, and why did you buy these property in those areas, and where you could possibly buy in the future to achieve the same results. It's really important that you ask specific questions about their track record and how they have achieved their results for their past clients. The next one is portfolio growth expertise. You need to select an agent with a proven history of working with investors aiming to scale their property portfolio. If your goal is to build a massive property portfolio to buy multiple investment properties, it is in the buyer's agent's best interest to keep you as a client, to keep getting that $15,000 every single time you buy a property. If the BA is only interested in selling you one property and then leaving you to fend for yourself, that is not a BA that I would select. The buyer's agent that I want to select needs to help me scale my investment portfolio as fast as possible. That is the agent that you want. Talk to a previous client. Now, this actually ties into track record, but you need to ask for multiple referrals that they can connect you with that have seen success that you would expect, right? You need to ask for specific past clients to talk to, and they should have referrals because I've never seen a client where a BA has gotten them excellent results that the client wouldn't then provide positive feedback for them. So they should be able to provide it for you. Now, this is slightly a controversial one, but I would personally avoid BAs with less than 1 year of experience. And the reason I say that is that because they have not had enough time in the actual market to prove their skills or track record of repeatedly providing results and success for different clients and different briefs. So it's really important that you don't go with a BA with less than 1 year of experience. And I know for a fact that there are a lot of buyers agents coming out of coaches and seminars and real estate courses, but they just don't have the experience or the necessary skill set and time and experience within the market to actually say that you can get the same results. There is a caveat to this. If they disclose their private portfolio and show that they have had success and why they've had success in building their portfolio, and if you know and you trust them, then it's possible. But personally for me, I would avoid people with BAs with less than 1 year of experience. If they're given, check their Google reviews, right? How well is the agent communicating? Have they provided good market insights? Whether they negotiated successfully? These are the things that I would look for in the Google reviews to make sure that they have good positive feedback from other clients. And make sure you read every single negative review and see if there is a pattern between them. See if there is a commonality that the BAs do badly. And if that is not a risk that you're willing to take, then I wouldn't go with them. I would question their history. How and why did they become a buyer's agent? Did they do some real estate course? Have they built a portfolio of their own, and have they been successful? Did they come through a certain institute or a real estate course? These are really important questions you need to ask the BA to see how they've built their portfolio, where they've come from, and what results they've achieved, right? If you're paying them 15 grand or 20 grand, you best believe that I want to know how they achieve their results, where do they learn to achieve their results, etc. It's so important. The next one, you need to understand their strategy. What is their investment philosophy? Do they focus on high cash flow, capital growth, or a balanced approach? Can they tailor it to your specific circumstance? Now, it's important. We all should all be striving for capital growth, but they also need to tailor the property, the suburb, the location, the type of property, apartment, if it's a house, if it's a townhouse, to your specific circumstance, your situation, so that you can actually scale your portfolio. Customization comes in the similar sort of field. Ensure the strategy aligns with your investment goals, like building equity or maximizing yields. Everyone has their own strategy. You need to explain to the BA what your strategy is, or they need to help you ascertain that strategy. Work with a BA that has a long-term vision. Choose someone who understands your broader investment strategy, like rapid scaling or diversification, and they should help you narrow that down. Now we get into a bit of a juicy bit about understanding costs and transparency. And the first part is the fee structure. You must ask whether it's fixed fee or whether it's commission based and what's included in the service. I do not advise going with BAs who have a commission based service, or they're more incentivized to find a good property but at a higher price because they get paid a commission versus a fixed fee. We want to go with BAs that have a fixed fee. Conflicts of interest. You need to confirm and ask them that they don't receive commissions from developers or agents, or whether they get kickbacks. Because as soon as they start receiving kickbacks, that means there is a conflict of interest. They have more incentive to deal with certain agents and developers than finding you the best property deal within the market. Value. Ensure their fee matches the potential return and benefits that they will bring to your portfolio. And what I mean by this is, say you pay a buyer's agent 15 grand or 20 grand, let's say 20 grand. We want the buyer's agent to return us $100,000 in 12 months or in 24 months. So we're getting almost a 5x return. If we spend $20,000 and we only get $20,000 in return in equity for our property in 24 months, that is a really bad return. That's a really, really bad return. We really want to be looking for that $100,000 growth if we're paying a buyer's agent 20 grand. And also put a timeline. We don't want 100K in 5 years. We want 100K in 12 months or 24 months. Now, this is an important point. Carefully review the contract. All right, check the exact wording of certain clauses, because I know for a fact that some agreements, they actually require payment even if you find a property yourself during that contract period. And it's usually if you find a property in a similar area, they will still expect you to pay at settlement. It's a nifty one that certain BAs put in their contracts. Just double check it. I suggest really carefully reading the contract before signing it. Post-purchase support, right? Will they assist with the settlement and provide support like connecting with property managers, etc.? Will they take care of you even after settlement? And the thing is, with good BAs, they will help you even after they finalize and even after they've paid, because they want to keep you as a client so they can help invest and scale your portfolio, because that provides them more returns. And if they don't do that, and they're not good BAs. And to be fair, it doesn't necessarily have to be the actual buyer's agent. They can have their reception staff, they can have their other support staff actually reach out to you and ask you how you're going. It's so important. That is what good customer service is. They should always be checking. Some questions you should be asking. Why do you choose this investment location, and how does this help me achieve my goals? Be specific with your question. Ask them, what are the expected returns in the first 12 months and over the next 24 months? Can you outline the best case and the worst case scenario? How much do you expect this property to return after 12 months? Is it $40,000? Is it 60? Is it $10,000? What about in 24 months? Is it going to give me $100,000 in growth? If they are the supposed experts, they must be able to give you these numbers. Number three, based on my strategy and my investment goals, would it be better to enter a hot market or a cool market? They should be able to answer this. Obviously, you have to explain your strategy as well, and I'll get to that in the bottom section. Number four, is this property you selected fall under a heritage, a flood, or a bushfire zone? Does this property require any immediate maintenance, and what is the associated cost? Right? I know so many people who got sold properties that fall under a flood zone or a bushfire zone, and it's horrible because their insurance premiums are out of the roof. Make sure you ask this question. It's so basic, but so many people miss it and they get taken for a ride. Ask the buyer's agent, is there any immediate maintenance that needs to be done? Ask them, have they got quotes to see how much it's going to cost to fix? Have you worked with the sales agent or the property manager dealing with the property of how much these things are going to cost to fix? So it's a property that you can invest into. And if they're not going to help you, why are you using them? This next one is a very important question to ask, and this phrasing will help you ask the right question to them. I am concerned about X problem on this property that you selected. I am happy to go ahead with this deal if you can explain to me why this problem would not be an issue or how I can mitigate this problem. It is so important that you phrase the question this way because the BA should be able to answer this, or they should be able to get you an answer to this question, right? And if they cannot explain to you confidently, clearly, and if they seem to be unsure about the property, why would you buy that property? Please be specific about your questions. A lot of the times, and I've noticed within my community, when people come me with properties that BA selected, the clients don't actually ask the buyer's agent the right question about the property, right? No property is going to be perfect. That's fine. But you need to find out, is there an associated cost with it or how you can mitigate that problem? And you need to ask the BA that because they are the property experts, not you. You just have to ask the right questions. Number six, am I the first person you presented this property to, or have you presented this to other clients, and why have they rejected this property? A lot of the times, BAs have this habit of passing properties from one person to another. And I guess from a business perspective, it's okay. However, if someone rejected it, you have to ask them, why did they reject this property? Is there a problem with the BNP report? Is there something wrong with the tenants that live there? Is there something that's wrong with the growth of that suburb, for example? You need to find out the reason why it's been rejected, or is this the first person the property has been presented to? Number seven, do they provide ongoing check-ins or guidance for future investments? Pretty simple question. Now we get to the really juicy part. What are the red flags of BAs? Number one, if they try to sell you a generic house and land package instead of addressing your unique needs. If they sell you a house and land package, run the other way, right? That is not a good investment, period. If they fail to sit down and fully understand your personal circumstances to create a tailored property strategy, right? You need to tell the BA your problem, your goals, and your potential strategy, and they need to help you refine it to your personal circumstances. Number three, if they offer you properties from a generic stock list without aligning them with your goals, you need to understand that buyer's agents, they get hundreds of properties sent to them every single week by different sales agents, right? And that creates a generic stock list for them, and then they can pass those properties off to different clients and try to seal the deal. It's okay to have a stock list of properties, but they then need to align that stock list with your investment goals, and they need to tell you why. If they don't tell you why, don't buy the property. If they dismiss the concerns raised by a BNP report or a BNP inspector without providing clear evidence-based reasoning to alleviate those worries. There is a reason why we pay BNP inspectors, right? And if the BA can't provide clear evidence-based reasoning and they seem unsure or fluffy about their answers, don't go with them or don't go with that property. If they cannot confidently explain why a specific property or suburb has strong potential and how it aligns with your investment goals. If they can't explain it to you and they're meant to be the property expert, don't go with that BA. As simple as that. We as the investor are allowed to be unsure. We as the investor are allowed to ask as many questions as we need to. The BA is the person that's meant to be confident in the data, in the analysis, and in their strategy to give you the best solution. Be aware if they push for you to decide on a property quickly without proper due diligence. right? Make sure you do due diligence. Obviously, you have to get back to them in 24 to 48 hours. Anything longer than that, that's too long for you guys, right? 24 to 48 hours is more than enough time to do your due diligence and get back to you on that property. Now, this next section is also very important because you can have the best BA in the world, but if you're not prepared, then no BA can help you. So this is where I'm going to support the buyer's agents a little bit. Number one, understand your risk tolerance. How much financial risk are you comfortable taking? Do you have emergency cash? What sort of financial position are you in? How secure is your job, etc.? Figure that out. Figure out your risk tolerance. Clearly define your goals. What are your life goals, including retirement plans? Are there desired timelines? Have you talked to a financial planner? What is your next 24 months going to look like? Work that out so your BA can then help you. Number three, evaluate your finances. Consider your disposable income and any other major expenses you anticipate in the next few years. Is there a wedding coming? Is there an engagement ring? Do you have a child coming along the way? Do you need a new car? These are all major expenses that you should try to factor in. Now, of course, it doesn't have to 100% happen, but it's important to factor it in so that your BA can help you. Help them help you. It's a bit of a weird conundrum, right? Chat with your mortgage broker. Make sure you've had that conversation with the broker and have an estimate of your borrowing capacity. If you don't know how much you can borrow, there's nothing a BA can do to help you anyway. And number five, do your homework. Take your time to educate yourself about property investing before engaging with the BA. All right? Make sure you do your homework. Watch this video again and again and again and again to make sure you understand how to find the right BA, how to avoid common things, and make sure you pick the right buyer's agent. So I really do hope this video has helped you in picking the right BA and has helped you navigate certain common mistakes that you should be asking a BA and things to avoid with certain BAs. Again, like I said, there's 20% good, 80% bad because the barrier of entry is so goddamn low. Make sure you find the right one for you. And if you have any questions, hop onto my community. It's $35 a month. It's super cheap, and you can ask me as many questions as you need. I've helped so many people actually avoid bad property deals. It's a no-brainer. Till next time, thank you.